yeah, so rap had a very big year. One of the biggest years it's had in recent memory.
I think for me, kind of like when you brought up Kendrick Lamar, another artist that had like a huge year was Charlie XCX.
R&B had his little hits as well.
R&B
had a nice little stance.
Yeah. Like, even pop. Yes. Like people got Billie Eilish's or Sabrina Carpenter's.
Yes.
Sabrina's had a strong year, man.
I mean, it's fair to say that, you know, there was a lot of genres that did well this year. You know, rap had its moment, you know, especially with the Kendrick and Drake beef. Afrobeats had this moment this year as well. The likes of TYLA, you know, who has really broken through into the mainstream. People are calling her the next Rihanna.
R&B had his little hits as well. R&B had a nice little stance. So great things.
What classic R&B album has dropped this year?
Yeah, that's true.
What classic R&B?
We're not talking about classic though. I'm not trying to say.
Flip it to who was your artist of the year. You understand?
And then to numbers and so forth, then I can easily just be that, I won't say scapegoat, but I'll probably just go over to Sabrina Carpenter with Taylor Swift because
I think for me, kind of like when you brought up Kendrick Lamar, another artist that had like a huge year was Charlie XCX.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, one thing that she had the perfect storm of social media and catchy music. Because when I say, bro, Brat Summer, she created a whole summer. Yeah. She 100%, but she took over a whole colour.
I mean, it's fair to say that, you know, there was a lot of genres that did well this year. You know what I'm saying? You know, rap had its moment, you know, especially with the Kendrick and Drake beef. Obviously, that set everything off. And obviously, there were other, you know, little battles this year in rap music. I mean, The Game and the Rick Ross, they had their little thing.
Rick Ross was trying to get to the Drake and Kendrick thing.
And Kanye as well.
Yeah, Kanye.
And let's not forget about the half beef J. Cole, you know what I'm saying?
The disgrace.
Disgrace.
They even, do you know, if they had a license for rapping, they should revoke it.
It's revoke it. You know, obviously, so rap had a very big year. One of the biggest years it's had in recent memory. Then obviously Afrobeats had their moment. Afrobeats had this moment this year as well. The likes of TYLA, you know, who has really broken through into the mainstream. She's setting the world by storm at the moment. I mean, people are calling her the next Rihanna.
It's because she's like
Listen, TYLA's a really talented artist. I think she is next up, like just in terms of like the Afrobeat girlies, you know. She is next up. She does, you know.
I mean, we'll see what she says.
I don't know if you might have listened to her album.
No, it's a decent album.
The one that she released in 2023. It's a good album.
How come you didn't give it an honorable mention?
Funny enough, because it was released in 2023. And 2024 list.
Technicalities.
But she's coming through. Obviously, Thames had a good year as well. She released her debut album. Obviously, that album was on my list. Ira Star as well. Ira Star, she's doing her thing. Tiwa Savage is there. If you move on to the male artists, Asake, you know, killing it. Wiz, obviously killing it. Burna, Rema. I'm saying there's just a plethora of African artists that are obviously coming into the mainstream.
African or Nigerian?
Listen,
you know what? I think that's a video for that's a. That's a show for another video.
I mean, obviously,
we can go in deep.
We can go in deep. But just speaking about Ghana, I mean, we have A. Marie. She's done really well. Then we have King Promise.
Shout out King Promise.
King Promise.
Black Sheriff as well.
Black Sheriff. Bro, do you know I met him when I was in Kenya? Sorry.
I swear.
King Promise. Shout out King Promise.
So what was he doing there? You know.
He was just there for a club appearance.
Okay. So King Promise is doing this thing. But yes, it's mostly Nigerian. And then obviously Tyler, South African. But yeah, man, like, you know, African music is really, you know, it's gearing to take over, man. It's gearing to take over. But yeah, like dance music as well, you know, was big this year. So yeah, a lot of big genres, man. You know,
R&B had his little hits as well.
R&B
had a nice little stance.
It did. But sorry, you finished, bro?
Yeah.
So I just want to pose this question to you, man. In your opinion, what was the best genre of this year?
What's the criteria though? Are we talking about like the genre that made the most splash, or
Yeah, I
genre
mean,
that released the best music?
Yeah,
throughout.
I mean, you can obviously combined, obviously, like different reasons, innit? You know what I mean?
I think in terms of like,
But for you, like you personally,
I think in terms of like impact,
yeah.
I think hip hop had a very good year.
Yes.
But I think in terms of like great albums, not necessarily so much. Do you get me?
Mm.
It's not like everyone released the classic. Do you get me? But in terms of the beef, in terms of let's say Glorilla coming up, Resurgence, in terms of
keep talking about her, bro.
Listen. I got you know what, I got the props when it's due in it. And in terms of like good albums here and then, I think hip hop in there did that well as well. So I don't know. I don't know. I do not know.
That's your answer, bro. It's hip hop, fam. It's hip hop, fam.
I'm like in between like dance, jazz. So dance music.
Who you named apart from Charlie X?
Charlie X is the floating points. I think both them two, but I think just in terms of quality albums, and then jazz is only one person really. So I probably will pick hip hop. I won't pick it because of the quality of the album. I'll just pick it because of the
memorable moment, right? Hip hop gave us memorable moment. Great music, singles and so forth. But I wouldn't say they get, like you said, they were
not classic albums.
This is why I would say R&B.
What classic R&B album has dropped this year?
Yeah, that's true.
What classic R&B?
We're not talking about classic though. I'm not trying to say classic.
So what are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to say quality albums compared to hip hop albums.
Name me three quality R&B albums.
Quality albums.
Name me three.
This is not an element of naming. It's not an element of naming them.
Yeah.
It's more so what was put out there and what was listening to. Hip hop gave us moments. It gave us memories. Gave us entertainment and laughable things. Like, J. Cole, cool. But when it just came to music and artists putting out, Shea Universe is one that put out nice. Was an album? Shea Universe.
Yeah, it was like an album / EP.
Yeah, it was EP. So music people change that, man. Shea Universe come out with good music. Jazz Carrots came up with a good. That's UK as well. UK done their thing, man.
UK did the thing.
Leon Thomas, I can talk about. You can go into the French world, the French R&B. Listen, R&B done its thing. Hip hop was good, but it wasn't classic hip hop for me, man. It's not the hip hop I know.
But the thing is, the hip hop you know, are you talking about old school hip hop, or what are you talking about? Because it's a new era, it's a new day.
But as a musical man that loves music, you're gonna compare it to our legends, to the classical moments. We got an album up there, Good Kid, Mad City. You know what I'm trying to say? It's hip hop albums. So when you're looking at moments within the music scene, it's fantastic. Entertainment wise, it's good, but there's no classic.
So you're saying you're saying there's no standouts.
There's definitely no standouts.
But that is crazy. So basically, I think your criteria is basically in terms of the quality of the album. There weren't that many for you in comparison to R&B. That's why R&B is up.
But then also, I feel like one thing that we do need to bear in mind is we're all gonna have our biases. So for example, you man are probably gonna have a deeper archive when it comes to R&B, when it comes to gospel, when it comes to different.
That's your preferred
genre. Where for example, I can name you so many deep cut hip hop albums that were critically acclaimed, that be considered as almost classics, bro. Like
this year,
bro.
Yeah, but once again, it's opinions though.
100%
I understand you saying that.
100% it's opinions, but the reason why I say hip hop is, for me, it's a bit of both. You've got the commercial splashes, but also you've got the quality music for me. I feel like you have, like you said, well, obviously, apart from the beef, bro, like a lot of the highest selling albums this year are hip hop albums. Like if we take away,
that was surprising because it was almost as if that was not going to be the case. It was people were scared that hip hop
was falling off. It was dipping off, and then but this year it's come back. Like obviously apart from like Taylor Swift. She's in her own category.
She's her own person.
She's doing her own thing.
Yeah, there's definitely more hip hop albums that music that's come out of R&B though.
100.
Yeah, because hip hop is probably the top genre, isn't it? In terms of releases.
In terms of releases, it's the top genre for me, but also like the underground stuff. Like when we're talking about like Alchemist has done many collaborations with people. We've got my guy Boldy James, Conductor Williams.
You were boss on that flow as well.
Bossman, dude.
And also, I wonder how he got his name Bossman, because that's a very much of a UK term, fam. He's like, how do you get that name?
I bet it's a down south. What's going on, Bossman? But like Bossman Dino, like I feel like we had the holy trifecta in terms of hip hop. We had the commercial songs, we had the ratchet songs / hood songs. and then we also had the conscious song.
Conscious song, yeah.
Yeah, with like Bashi as well.
No, that's fair.
And Rex as well.
Every single segment of rap and hip hop was fed.
Yeah.
Everyone ate well.
And that's where I also have to agree with Jay. I think rap is the genre of the year. Like, I think
For you.
Yeah, I think, you know, if I look at how many rap albums are on my personal list, I think there's like 6 rap albums.
Yeah, I think I'm the same.
You know, like I think I've got like Rhapsody, Gets,
Do you have Doechii as well?
Kendrick, Doechii,
Tyler,
the Creator, and I think
that's true.
There's one more, so just for that.
We do have a great album this year from rap. Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah.
Utopia, so we do have like an outstanding.
And then
G-Next, was it G-Next?
Yeah, and then we have like, you can say we have like 1 or 2 like
really
and then we have like great albums underneath that. So all in all, man, I just think like, rap definitely takes the cake this year, man. I feel like, like, you know, every sort of facet of rap was fed, you know, like you said, man, the conscious fans were fed, the ratchet fans were fed, the pure hip hop heads were fed, like everybody was fed this year.
Yeah, every single department, I see that. I think rap gives you that element to do that, where
R&B can sometimes be a bit one-dimensional based on
it's all about love,
the matter,
heartbreak, finding love.
But do you know what I think as well is with R&B, you have your purists that want the love, and you have the people who don't mind the alternative. They don't mind listening to your Brent Faiyaz's, don't mind listening to other artists where it's like, and other people are like, nah, I'm trying to listen to love. They don't make make R&B like they used to make R&B. I want to find love. I want to find love. Man. What happened to my jealousy?
So it's true. Yeah. So So I mean, but it was a great year for a lot of genres like, you know, rap, Afrobeats, R&B, you know, dance, and but for me personally, rap was the genre of the year. So moving on, slightly on the same topic, I'm gonna sort of flip it to who was your artist of the year. You understand? Who was your artist of 2020?
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's a very hard question, isn't it? You know?
It is very hard.
Yeah. Listen, I'll start off in it. And I'll say for me, my artist of the year, it's got to be Kendrick.
Really?
Yeah, it's got to be Kendrick, man.
Good shot.
Look at his year, bro. Look at his year. So, first and foremost, you ignite possibly the biggest rap beats in history, innit? You understand? And obviously, this thing between him and Drake has been brewing for a long time. It's been brewing for a long time. So, you ignite it, you understand, by giving one of the most vicious rap verses we've heard in a long time, in like that. You know what I mean? I remember when that first dropped, man, like everybody was shocked because first and foremost, we hadn't heard from Kendrick in a while, and then we hadn't heard from him in about 2 years since he dropped Mr. Morale, the Big Steppers. He kind of went ghost like he normally does. But I think for me, the shock value of that single was due to the fact that, like, normally when you listen to a record, if there's a featured artist on the record, you'll see it. But
because they
didn't show it in it. So when everybody heard Kendrick, it was a surprise, innit? And just the smoke that he was sort of coming,
especially on that album, with Future,
because think about it, at that point in time, we didn't know that there was issues between Future and Drake and Metro Boomin. We didn't know that, innit? You understand that? So for him to appear on that album and that song, first and foremost, was a shock, and then it was another shock to hear him actually say, fuck it, no more indirects, I'm going at you. And he's not only going at Drake, he was going at Cole, innit? He was mainly going at Drake, but obviously Cole caught a stray or two, innit? So he was asking for smoke with both of them. Understand? Like, when was the last time that happened, innit? When was the last time that
big
three artists, who are at the top of their genre, you know what I mean? It hasn't really happened in a long time.
I think the last person who did it was Kendrick with the control verse.
With the control verse, innit? You see what I'm saying? So, that gets, you know, ignited. And then Drake responds. And then we have this...
Oh, no, you mean Pusha T, actually?
No,
but he's not that high level. He's not that high level.
Yeah. Obviously, to us, like, he's one of the greatest MCs, but...
he's not that commercial.
Yeah, and then obviously that sparks off this whole Kendrick
and
You
Drake.
Kanye got involved.
Yeah, it sparks up this whole beef, and for the next 2 or 3 weeks, it was just like, you know,
back to back,
bro. Like I hadn't seen anything like it, bro. Like 1 minute Drake will drop, then 30 minutes later Kendrick comes with a response, and then you know what I'm saying. So
it goes down in the history books.
it will definitely go down in the history books, and then obviously Kendrick ended up winning, you know, and then after that, bro, he drops the Not Like Us video, you know what I mean? Everyone goes crazy. Then he comes with the pop out show. Do you get what I'm saying, bro? He comes with and then in the middle of all this, 2 number ones.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So in total, he's had 3 number ones this year, innit? But at that period in time,
not like that.
Yeah, and Not Like Us.
And
then obviously Squabble Up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So 3 number 1 songs in 1 year.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? Obviously after the pop out show, then the album drops, GNX.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That goes number 1. You know, number 1 album, number 1 song. All of the songs on that album charted on Billboard. I think Kendrick, I think he had when what's it called, the Billboard Hot 100 came out for that week that the album dropped. I think he had like 8 of the 10 songs were from GNX.
I think it was 9, you know.
Even
yeah,
9,
I think the only one was like Shabuzi.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
Shabuzi.
Boom. Even before that, I'm forgetting headline Super Bowl.
Oh, that's about to come up as well.
Headline Super Bowl. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, bro, what artist has had a year like this? Grammy nominations come out. Actually, no, not for GNX. No, that's next year.
No, this is Not Like Us got bare nominations.
Yeah, but Not Like Us got bare nominations.
Like
but I'm talking about GNX. That's next year.
year.
Yeah, Not Like Us got nominated for like how many Grammys?
Like 3 or 4.
3 or 4, and you know it's gonna
take at least one.
win. Yeah. So you tell me, what artist has had this sort of year before?
He's having a fantastic year for sure.
For me, it's not even close. For me, it's Kendrick in it.
I get it. I think you've looked at it in that aspect, but then if you're going in then to numbers and so forth, then I can easily just be that, I won't say scapegoat, but I'll probably just go over to Sabrina Carpenter or even Taylor Swift, because I'll say Sabrina, to be fair, because she's been more the surprise one. Numbers wise, she's putting the numbers out in that pop game.
That's fair.
You know? So it's where you look at it and where you see what you classify as a great artist. And you classify it and you've kind of spoken on what Kendrick has done and put on the scene, and obviously the Grammys he's put out there. But Sabrina, she surprised me a lot. You know, I don't really listen to that genre like that. You know what I'm saying?
She's had a great year.
You know what I mean?
She's had a great year, bro. She's definitely had a great year.
Is that album good? Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I've heard the album. I reviewed it, innit? Like, it's decent still.
So if I was to look at numbers and even impact, because Taylor Swift, that's too much of an easy one. That she's in her own lane, man.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not
But I'll naturally go with Sabrina Carpenter. But if I was to think of just musically for me, and someone that's really kind of taken the store and each gonna do big things massively. Lemonade. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Sorry if I'm butchering your name, but
He's so easy artist of the year.
I'll say he's my artist in the year in regards to what he's put out. He hasn't put an album, he put out EPs. He put an EP out last year before that as well, which done massively well. And I feel like he's going to take the R&B world by storm, especially for the UK. Like Jarvis mentioned, UK R&B is doing his thing as well, and he's pushing that. So if I was looking at talent, I'll go with him. If I'm looking at numbers and and what's going on within the world, Sabrina.
I hear you. That's fair.
That's how I'll go with it.
How about you, Jim?
Do you know what? Yeah, there's you know, if Kendrick's been said, I would have said Kendrick, you know, because what you said, you've created a strong argument for it, and it makes sense. And I feel like when we look, I saw a little thing where, do you know, when people look at years of the biggest artists, and we've got our 2003s, you've got your 50 Cent, you've got your like 1999s, you've got your Eminems, you've got your Jay-Z 98, Drake 2016, probably Drake has had another year as well, Kanye's had a few years as well.
Drake 2018.
2018, yeah.
That's when you really Scorpion.
This is definitely Kendrick's year, undisputed in terms of numbers, in terms of impact, 100%. I want to give a special shout out to this artist because I do feel like what they've done is they've like really like shown themselves to us, and they've really shown themselves to us in a different light. And I feel like now, like
it's undisputed. I want to shout out J. Cole. That guy is out of every single hip hop conversation ever. He can never say anything. He can't do anything. We needed this. We all needed this. This big three has been decided this year.
Yes.
J. Cole, in fact, you need to retire. You need to retire. It's a disgrace what you did, and you can never redeem yourself. No matter what you do, J. Cole fans, you're in denial. There's no way I ever want to hear any comment. J. Cole, don't even rap about being one of the best rappers. You don't want it. Okay? Never.
That can never be in your
It
vocabulary.
can never be in your vocabulary. You will never make it. You will never make it. Bro, J. Cole, you should be a dinner lady. You should be a dinner lady.
J. Cole, this is the force of Jarvis. This doesn't represent the
It represents all of us. You should be a dinner lady. Jermaine Colson.
So he's like your artist of the year, but in the wrong way.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the wrong way. But if we're to talk about it in a good way, now that I've got out of the way, I'm actually gonna go with. Oh, do you know what it is? I am gonna go with a mixture of Boldy James, because one thing that I like about him, he is, you know me guys, I love my underground hip hop, I like my backpack, my you know me, I listen to that stuff. He has dropped many albums. Even he dropped an album yesterday. I need to listen to it.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. He's like
working over.
his work rate is crazy.
So he's like currency.
He's literally like Currency. The work rate is crazy, but the difference between him and Currency is Currency has got lyrical OCD. Money, women, cars, weed. And that's what we get, and it's excellent, and we love that. But Boldy James, he touches on so many different, so many different issues. He's very introspective, amazing. So I'm gonna give it to him. / Alchemist.
Okay, yeah. That's a good show.
Alchemist.
He's been having a good couple of years.
Yes.
Producing people.
In terms of producing people, I feel like he is having a renaissance within himself.
He is.
He's getting a lot of recognition. He's getting a lot of love. Like, bear in mind, Alchemist was Eminem's DJ.
Yeah, he was.
His first look was like Mobb Deep.
Yes.
Like, I didn't realize that this guy's been doing things since the early 90s.
Early 90s,
I
bro.
checked his discography. Yeah.
He's been
He's
outside.
a veteran.
He's a veteran, and he doesn't come across as that.
Yeah.
He comes across very low key, very to himself. But when he works with a particular artist, the sounds that he crafts, untouchable. So for me, Boldy.
I hear that. That's fair.
Nice.
Okay.
I think for me, kind of like when you brought up Kendrick Lamar, another artist that had like a huge year was Charlie XCX.
Oh yeah, in terms of social media, in terms of campaign, in terms of shaping the popular narrative, and also releasing a great album. I think Charlie XCX has managed to do that all in a package. And also, she's managed to probably get into a space now where I used to have big singles, but my albums didn't used to translate and do that well. And I'm also an underground artist.
Yes.
And I'm like trying to fight to try to, be a big artist. And then, almost feeling like, oh, nothing is working for me. But then finally with Brad, it seems like everything worked, where it's like, not only are you basically probably the top dog, not in terms of sales, but in terms of like critically acclaimed and reverence, in terms of your pop peers, they look up to you, do you get me? And you sold 1 or 2 times platinum, I think that's what your trajectory is. So I think Charlie probably is, but also I think Nala, because she's managed to go 2 for 2 for me. But I think I'll give it to Charlie. And I think it says a lot how this industry can be. It's not clear trajectory. Kind of with TYLA, the creator as well. He's also an interesting shout for like what's it called, the artist of the year, because
he's bigger than Kendrick.
For me, he's released an album that's better than what Kendrick released this year.
That's true.
But to come from to a point where you're not exactly sure, but you're also producing your best music, but you also are a big label, and then they want you to produce music that translate, and then to be able to do it both for TYLA, but mostly for Charlie XCX, I think that's a hard thing to do. And then it's only up for her here now. Like, she can literally release an album 6 out of 10, and I still think it will sell really well. And I think she got people in her hands now.
Do you know what it is? One thing that she had the perfect storm of social media and catchy music. Because when I say, bro, Brat Summer. She played the whole summer. Yeah. She 100%, bro. She took over a whole colour. Yeah, like I said, a whole colour. Like, great, bro. I've never seen anything like it where people our age are talking about, oh yeah, I'm having a Brat Summer. What?
She had the cultural impact.
The cultural impact. It's crazy.
Next year, you release really good music and you're capturing everyone. I gotta give it up. So for me, I think my artist of the year is Charlie X.
That's fair, bro. That's a good shout. Yeah. We're gonna flip it again, yeah. And yeah, now this is the opposite. So
yes.
So the question is, which artist had the worst / most disappointing release of 2024?
For my most disappointing is Jamie XCX. Now Jamie XXX with his follow-up album from In Color, in some regards, which is Ice Spice.
Yeah.
Like Ice Spice. Oh my days.
I'm probably jumping over to Mr. Schoolboy Q, Blue Lips.
Okay.
Schoolboy Q, man.